And the police state ends with me. We've made it one more day. Please excuse my voice today. I'm not feeling well, but I'm going to go ahead and try to manage this. Now, it's very fitting to sandwich in between today's video and yesterday's video about the use of friends and family by the corrupt Bartlesville police, what has happened this morning, to sandwich what has happened this morning in between yesterday's video and today's. I'll ask you to go to my Facebook page, The Police State Ends With Me, and read the post at the top about the brother of the corrupt Judge Vaclaw actually now involving himself in this matter. The brother of the corrupt rubber-stamping kangaroo court judge. The brother. Corruption abounds. From the Bartlesville Police, Mike Moore and James Brazel and other leadership of James Foltz Medical Center involved in this, to the Bartlesville City Council covering it up, Washington County of Oklahoma District Attorney's Office, Judge Vaclaw, and now along with these people's friends and family that want to gang up on one person, all to try to cover up the illegal and immoral acts of all these people. Bunch of bullies that should be ashamed of themselves, but since they can get away with anything with all these corrupt so-called leaders and people in power behind them, these people can get away with anything, and so they behave like schoolyard bullies. So please read that post at the top of my Facebook page, and I'll move on to today's video now. I had already planned on doing this topic, so it's just fitting. Now, in past videos, I've mentioned how judges issuing warrants without probable cause create a police state and a rubber-stamping judge and a kangaroo court. It's important for you to know that these are not my words, but actually a judge's words that takes the Constitution seriously. In fact, any moral and ethical judges agree with civil and human rights. But not the Washington County of Oklahoma judges that are a disgrace to the bench and rubber-stamping judges making the Washington County Courthouse a kangaroo court, which is a kangaroo court is one that jumps to a conclusion and then with corruption fills in the backstory with lies and corrupt acts with the help of the Bartlesville Police and the corrupt Washington County of Oklahoma District Attorney's Office that uses public funds for personal use and worse. Now here's a quote from a judge recently on a similar case of another rubber-stamping judge in Ohio. This is a judge's opinion on that rubber-stamping judge. Justice Pfeiffer wrote, quote, "Our country is considered to be governed by the rule of law, not as a police state. But the facts of this case suggest that residents of Lucas County, that's in Ohio, have been the subject of innumerable warrants that were issued as if by the police department itself." Now mind you, this is quoting a judge. "The warrants were issued virtually without scrutiny," meaning no scrutiny by the judge, "and it is inconceivable that officers did not realize this." Citing United States versus Leon 1984, Justice Pfeiffer pointed out that the court officials are tasked with issuing warrants because they are, quote, "a more reliable safeguard against improper searches than the hurried judgment of law enforcement." However, Judge Pfeiffer noted that the judge in this case, the rubber-stamping judge that is, abandoned the judicial role and served as a rubber stamp for the police. Now note, that Judge Pfeiffer quoted calling another judge creating of a police state and a rubber stamp for the police. So when I say these things, I'm not pulling these things out of thin air. I'm not making them up, and these aren't just my opinion. These are quotes from other judges when they come across one of these Judge Vaclaws, which is a rubber-stamping, corrupt kangaroo court judge. Going on, the police did not have reason to think that the request of warrants included a basis for finding of probable cause, so they could not in good faith believe the warrants were valid, Justice Pfeiffer reasoned. Okay? Now, what we're saying here is judges can break the law too. And when a judge rubber stamps something to let the police break the law because the police were not acting in good faith, what they were doing was, after having illegal access by James Phillips Medical Center to my medical records, which is a felony to receive that information, they were coming on my property and stealing things and taking things away, like my trash can, to search for drugs, and stealing other things as well, and damaging things, just harassing me, along with me catching them on security camera video and telling them, and them trying then to go get a warrant, which they got from a corrupt rubber stamping judge, in bad faith, saying, oh, we're going to come over here and because we think he's harassing the hospital, which is total BS. They were coming here to look for drugs illegally and to get those videos of me catching them. That was not good faith. That was felonies. Those are breaches of law. The judge didn't do his job. He broke the law by rubber stamping that warrant. You can get that warrant. That warrant is total, complete BS, full of lies and hearsay and just lies. There's no probable cause in that warrant. Everybody knows it. Bad faith on the police, illegal acts by the police in James Phillips Medical Center, lying to the police by James Phillips Medical Center, rubber stamping that by the judge, the district attorney coming along in the ride-along and that. And now friends and family, Will Drake, the assistant district attorney, posted smart aleck remarks on my Facebook page. Friends and family, the brother of the judge being involved in this. See, what happened is when I posted about a friend sending goofy comments to me on the Bartlesville government Facebook page, they initially sent me a statement saying, per our policy, and putting the policy in that, which you can see on my Facebook page as well. You can click on it to get to that policy, that they've deleted my comment. I sent back to them that that's inappropriate. They then deleted their comment about the policy and allowed my comment to go back up, which again you can read on my Facebook page. Then they put the policy at the top of their Facebook page, which is in direct relation to what they'd already posted to me. I caused that post, and then the brother of the judge liked it, along with I believe the secretary of the city and one other person at this point. Friends and family, they're trying, as this is in my post, and I won't go over it. Let me look at my time here. I won't go over it anymore. You can read it on my post on my Facebook page. But the friends and family, they're trying to coordinate public opinion around, oh, he's a bad guy, never been in trouble in his life, didn't do anything. He's a bad guy, so you should give all these people a break that are still to this day holding out that I'm a criminal, have thousands of dollars of my property, tore my house apart, insulted me in front of my neighbors, wouldn't let me use the bathroom, breached my human rights, breached my civil rights. All these people, the judge, the DA, the city council, the Bartlesville police, James Phillips Medical Center involvement, which likely gave them a $20,000 bribe too recently, and they're covering that up too. We should give all these people a pass because we think we can coordinate public opinion using friends and family. Corrupt people. I better move on. I'm sick already. Remind you, they got access to my medical records because I have a medical condition, and now they're putting me through a year of this. I'm not asking for sympathy, I'm just telling you. These people have no morals. No morals. Capitalize on an ill person that goes to the hospital's campus to visit their doctor about it, gets access to those medical records and starts doing this to them. All because I started running for city council. This is just immoral. Fascism. So back, the police did not have reason to think I've already read that, but I'm going to read it one more time. The police did not have reason to think that the request for warrants included a basis for finding a probable cause, thanks to the rubber stamping judge, so they could not in good faith believe the warrants were valid, which means they're breaking the damn law. Reason Justice Pfeiffer. Folks, those are the words of a judge that believes in the rule of law, not having a police state, and our civil and human rights, at least in this case. The Washington County of Oklahoma judge, Vaclaw, and his brother, and the court have turned this county and city of Bartlesville, Oklahoma, into a police state with this rubber stamping, with the full knowledge and action of the Washington County of Oklahoma District Attorney's Office, the Bartlesville Police, and the politicians in this area that enjoy watching the innocent citizens suffer. The Washington County of Oklahoma rubber stamping judges make for a police state in more than one way. These people are corrupt. That we're talking about the large corporations and the police, district attorney's office, and the court, and all the people related to them, friends and family, just running around harming the other citizens. This is terrible corruption. This cannot stand. And it won't stand. As I've said before, whatever the consequences to me, this is going to come to light. This is outrageous. This is like some third world country. This is insane. The police state ends with me. And with that said, I'll see you tomorrow.